Normally I play Souls games, but I thought that I should play the biggest game of all time, and one of my all-time favorites. That's right, Minecraft. Minecraft is a game without any real goals or challenges, and for the challenge, the most popular is 100 days in hardcore survival. But everybody's done that, and that's boring. So I'm going to implement a 3-life rule. Why? I can be riskier, it's more fun, and I'm also really bad at the game. So, can I survive in Minecraft for 100 days? Day 0. It starts with us spawning in and punching a tree. After exploring a little bit, we stumble upon some trail ruins and a pillager tower. We avoid it like the plague and gather enough wool for a bed and some food. Day 1. Waking up refreshed, we look to see if there was an iron golem locked up. Luckily there was, so we conquer the tower. We gain a horn and some armor trims. After that, we head north to the trail ruins and excavate it. I think the most notable thing was the gravel, and tomorrow is the travel day, so I decided to pick the most important things and start heading north. Day 2 is super exciting. Alright, while I travel the world, we should probably start by making a few goals. And I'm gonna make 5 main goals. 1. A house. 2. Defeat the Ender Dragon. 3. Beat a raid. 4. Use some armor trims. And finally, number 5 is to conquer an ocean monument. Day 3. After heading north for a little more, we find a village and decide to settle down close by. The rest of the day was spent in the mines. Day 4, we surveyed the area and met with the locals before making some tools. Day 5, we spend in the mines getting more iron, coal, before staying up the entire night and gathering some drops and lighting up the area, along with getting the best music disc. Day 6 starts with some landscaping and organization. We then move to excavate for our starting base. Day 7, we start to decorate. The supports go up first, then at night we fill in the roof and start the farm. Day 8. It was raining, so I decided to move everything inside of the house and start with some organization. After everything was moved, I decided to tear up the floor, move it down half a slab because I had no foresight when building this, and near the end of the day, I started a mine shaft. Day 9. It was a lot of mining, and some watering of plants outside, but mostly mining. Day 10. More mining, before finding an ancient city right under the base.
Wait, what the
I then decided to put in some stairs. Day 11. Even more mining, but this time we stumbled upon some diamonds. After that, I decided to head up and do some gardening before creating a massive sugarcane farm underground. Day 12. was more of a farm before realizing I needed water, so I decided to decorate the place, and then realized that I also haven't slept for a while, and the phantoms tried to attack me. So I took that as a warning to finally get some well rest. Day 13, I woke up feeling refreshed and took on the cave on the side of the mountain. While smelting the spoils, I made another room, and this one was for the enchantment table. If I were to get one though, I'd need some obsidian, so I went down back to the mine for that, before heading back above ground for some mob drops. Day 14, it's looking pretty good so far, so I decided to do some more mining on top of the mountain. I also decided to plant the sugarcane and decorate the enchantment room. It then turned to night, and like all other days I decided I'm gonna get some mob drops. But tonight I was feeling a little risky. I wanted an ender pearl, and so I decided to fight an enderman. And well, let's just say I was unprepared.
What?
One life down. But I wasn't gonna let that scare me. If anything, I'm gonna grow more powerful. I was gonna conquer this world and become its god. I'm gonna become the most powerful being there is. Day 15. I wasn't gonna stop. I just needed more power. So I headed down to the diamond level before making a strip mine. After not finding very many diamonds, I tried to figure out a way to get armor for almost free. Then the greatest idea dawned on me. I kidnapped and locked people inside of their houses, like any good mayor. On day 16, it was spent creating a nice basement with no windows and the trademarked villager transit system. Day 17 is spent figuring out why I hate villagers before, late in the night, I sacrificed myself for one. This wasn't good. I'm down 2 lives already, and it hasn't even been 20 days yet. With this pace, I'm gonna fail the challenge by the 25-day mark. Hey, what are you doing? Don't look at the video length. If I wanted to win, I need to be unkillable and unstoppable. Day 18 was almost worse than day 17, but the villagers cooperated. Day 19 was spent with the villagers before the night was spent organizing. And on the morning of day 20, disaster struck. No, I didn't die. It was even worse. A creeper blew up my farm. And rewatching the footage, you could see it, but I was too oblivious to do so, and, well, I spent the rest of the day repairing it and with the villagers. The entirety of day 21 was spent underground looking for iron, and at the end of day 22 was the villagers' sorting profession time. Day 23 was spent gathering resources before trading and doing my favorite task, cycling for a mending book. 24 was spent chopping trees and slaying phantoms. Day 25, we're a quarter of the way there, and that's right, this day was spent chopping trees, trading, and mining iron. Day 26 was spent chopping trees and gathering lava. Day 27, chopping trees and trading. Day 28, chopping trees and trading. Day 29, chopping trees and trading. Day 30, gathering resources. Day 31, gathering resources. Day 32, chopping trees and trading. Day 33, chopping trees and trading. Day 34, I went exploring, and I found another village. Day 35 was spent building a new section of the basement. Day 36, chopping trees. Day 37, chopping trees. Day 38, trading. Day 39, I found another village. Day 40 was more exploring. 41, you guessed it, chopping trees. But I also decided to enchant my armor today. Day 42, another level to the basement. Day 43, chopping trees and trading. Day 44, this day was spent trading and enchanting, before deciding to finally head into the nether. Day 45, started in the nether, and when I went back to the overworld to chop more trees. Day 46, chopping trees and trading. Day 47 was spent back in the nether, and I actually found a fortress relatively close to my portal. This is good because that means that I won't have to traverse through the nether to get blaze rods, wither skulls, and it's overall a lot safer to do so. Day 48. This day was spent gathering resources so I can blast mine. Blast mining is a process where you explode TNT or beds or anything that really explodes in the nether to expose a large amount of area and find ancient debris. Day 49 was spent blast mining, and I decided to raid the nether fortress. Day 50. Halfway through the challenge, and well, I haven't completed any of the goals, but I was becoming stronger. I mean, I just took on a nether fortress, but I still needed to be even stronger. I needed more power. I needed everything to go perfect. This day was spent mainly in the mine shaft, so. Day 51 was spent blast mining. Day 52 was spent chopping trees and blast mining. Day 53, I was in the nether exploring for some EXP, and I found a bastion. These are important now because they allow for the actual use of netherite. So, we raided the bastion and walked away with one smithing template. That might not sound like a lot, but we're actually able to duplicate them with diamonds. So, overall, it was an astounding success. Day 54. This day was spent in the nether gathering quartz and killing ghasts. Day 55. This day was spent creating a smithing templates and mining for said diamonds. Now, the next 2 days, day 56, 57, and 58, were actually spent creating a mob farm for gunpowder. Day 59 and 60 were spent AFK for said gunpowder. That means day 61, we went back into the nether and blast mined even more and got tons of ancient debris. Day 62 was spent finding a pillager tower close to our base. And then we decided to come back to the village. And on the dawn of day 63, the raid began. Day 64 was spent blast mining even more. Day 65 was also spent in the nether before coming back up and creating our first netherite tool. Day 66 and 67 were spent creating and decorating a potion room. Potions are great because they allow for speed, health, and even slow falling. Just special effects to help out. Day 68 was spent blast mining and getting bad omen again. Day 69 was spent doing another raid before AFKing for the night and the following day. Day 71 to 73 was spent blast mining, and by the dawn of day 74, we were able to put on our fully upgraded set of armor. The rest of this day was spent fishing and killing phantoms. Only 25 days remain, and at the start of the day, we brew some water breathing potions before grabbing a map and heading out for an ocean monument. Most of this day is actually spent inside the monument. We kill all 3 Elder Guardians, gather the sponges, gold, and we can finally cross another goal from our list. Only 3 remain. Day 76, we emerge from the monument before going to a shipwreck close by, finding another ocean monument, and conquering that one as well. On the dawn of day 77, we cross the hill and finally trim our armor. Only 2 goals remain, with 23 days left and 1 life. Day 78. I forgot to record, but I realized that there was more to the trail ruins, and so I went back and got some nice armor trims and pottery shards. Day 79 was spent heading back and getting bad omen again. Day 80 was another raid before going back into the mines for the next day. Day 81 was spent trying to get a trident, gathering phantom membrane for slow falling potions. Day 82 and 83 were into the nether again for another bastion. This time we were actually able to get pig step and a free netherite ingot. Day 84, I decided that I now needed a home. We're getting close to the home stretch, and, well, I want some place to call my own. So, that day was spent terraforming the ground on the side of the mountain, along with installing the supports and logs. Day 85 was spent mostly in the nether, gathering levels for enchanting, and day 86 was spent out of the nether, trading for shovels and tools that I hadn't really thought about getting thus far. Day 87 was even more house building, and day 88 was spent putting on the first floor walls and adding on a roof. Day 89 was more house building, but there was some tree planting in there as well. Day 90, the day was spent building the second floor, and the night was chopping the trees. Day 91 to 93 was spent exclusively on the roof of this house, and let me tell you, I was a pain. Day 94 was spent gathering and smelting sand for the windows. Day 95. This day was spent terraforming the land even more, just to fit the house a little better, and so I don't have mobs underneath my house. Day 96 was spent decorating and gathering more materials. Day 97 was even more decoration, and by the dawn of day 98, I was getting a horse for the pen and spent the day gathering ender pearls. Day 99, one day left, and I spent it gathering ender pearls before completing the flooring. Day 100, the final day, and I failed. I forgot about the challenge. I was just enjoying building my house. I was so obsessed with gathering power that I forgot what was important. Having fun. I was so wrapped up with not dying and being strong enough to kill the dragon that when I decided to have fun by building and being creative, I forgot about the challenge. I failed. Not the challenge, but myself. I spent so much time chopping trees and blowing up TNT that I just wasn't having fun anymore. And so I'm going to continue. Not to beat the dragon, but to fill one of the most important goals of them all. Having fun. And so with one goal left, we continue. Day 101 was spent decorating the house, and day 102, I decided to put a fish tank in and have some friends. By day 103, I was preparing for the final fight. And day 104, I set out on my journey. I ended up actually really close to spawn, and tomorrow would be the end, one way or another. I set my spawn, and on the dawn of day 105, yeah! And we did it. The final goal done. I beat the Ender Dragon. So it's over. And I won. Not because I completed some goals for a fake arbitrary challenge in a fictional world. Because I had fun. That's the most important thing. Hey, if you made it this far, you probably should consider subscribing. Comment ways for me to improve, because criticism is important for growth as a person and a creator. Don't forget to like the video, and if you want, me to do a world tour later on, let me know. If you like this, you should check out this video next. It's a little different, but I think YouTube thinks you'll like it.